What's up, Team Buckhouse? Johnathan Buckhouse here, and it is time for another resort review. This is the video series where we go to a brand new ski resort, we absolutely rip it, we explore it, we see what this resort has to offer, then we come back here and we review it, we give it a score from 0 to 100, and the way we're gonna get that score is by going over 10 categories. Each category will get a score from 0 to 10, 0 being not applicable, meaning they don't have it at all. 1 is terrible, 5 is average, and 10 is best in the world. Now that's the rules we play by. So what resort are we going to be reviewing? And today we're reviewing Christmas Mountain. Now Christmas Mountain is in Wisconsin. It has a 1,250 vertical height as well as a 250 vertical drop. It has 40 skiable acres and on average gets 39 inches a season, which is actually very, very low. And that is why it's only open an average of 100 days a season. Now let's jump into the first category, lift prices. How expensive is it to come to Christmas Mountain? And you will be paying $55 for a day pass. I kind of thought that was expensive for what you're getting out of this resort, especially in the Midwest when there's a lot of places that have like $40, $30 lift tickets. And it's just a single lift resort, and I don't know, like when you go there, you understand what I'm talking about. So 55 I thought was steep for what you were getting. So I gave it a 4 on the lift price. Now lodging, if you want to come here and stay the night and then ride maybe 2 or 3 days, whatever, you do have that option. This is like on a country club type thing, and on the website they have all these crazy houses that you can rent, so not really like hotel ski in ski out type thing, but more like on the resort golf, like the ski resort, something that they also offer. It's definitely different, it's definitely unique, so on that point I gave it a 6 for housing. You definitely be able to stay the night here. Now ease of access, how easy is it going to be to get to this ski resort? And if you fly into Madison, it is an hour drive to get to the resort, but if you lived in the area, it's super easy to drive there. I mean, it's in the Midwest, you know, they have to be riding anything super duper gnarly, so I give it a 5 for the ease of access. It's pretty average across the board for most resorts in the Midwest. Now, if you're sitting watching this video and you're wondering, why did we come to Christmas Mountain in Wisconsin? And the reason why is we have a goal to ride every resort in the United States. And the way you guys can track our progress is by going to resortskimaps.com. It is a map of every resort in the United States. All of the green ones are the ones that we have ridden. You can click on them and watch the video there. If you click on a red one, nothing will happen. It's because we haven't been there yet. So click the top right hand corner, check our calendar, see if we're coming to your resort this season. You can take time off of work and, you know, like just get ready to come rip with us, because that's the best part about when we come ride these resorts is we get to ride with you guys. You show us what's cool about it and what's awesome about it. And on that note, all the locals, please fill in the information down below. Where's the best place to stay? Where's the best place to eat? All that type of stuff, guys. That way people can have the insider information, and that's the whole point of these videos, is so if people are looking at this resort, seeing if they want to go, they're going to know what they're going to get, and the locals are the best way to know all that information. But also with resortskimaps.com, you can organize from epic to icon resorts. You can literally check out all the resort review scores, all kinds of things, guys. Resortskimaps.com is literally the coolest website on the internet. I'm claiming it, and you can spend hours there just playing around looking at stuff. So check out resortskimaps.com, link down below. Now chairlifts, we're gonna need to get up the mountain. We're gonna want to shred, and they only have 1 lift and 1 handlebar tow rope, and the handlebar tow rope is for the beginners out there. So 1 lift, it's newer lift. They actually were still tearing down their old chairlift. It is a 4-seater, I believe, and it is fixed grip. So it's kind of slow going. I mean, it's a newer chairlift, but it's nothing special to it. It does get you to where you need to be, but if you want to ride the right-hand side of the mountain, you do gotta kind of walk up. The older chairlift kind of took you to a higher peak. So the new one, it's an interesting spot where they put it, because you, like, once again, do have to walk if you want to get to like the kind of the skiers left, the lookers right of the mountain. And so because the 1 lift they do have doesn't get you to the tippity top, I gave it 2 for lifts. Now runs, we're gonna want to get down the mountain. We're gonna want to rip it, and they have 15 runs for you to ride down. So once again, this is a pretty small resort, and they do have night riding, which is nice if you're gonna show up after work, you know, gets a couple turns and everything like that. But they didn't groom everything. There was like 1 run that was kind of groomed, and for the most part, like, it was just like, the snow that's here, like, go have fun. And the thing we ended up doing the most when we were there was playing with this massive hole that was in the middle of the ground. It was like just a big hole. Like, that's where our attention went, because the runs were not that sick.
It's a massive hole, and if you look in there, there's the subscribe button. It's right there.
Now we did end up going skiers left, you know, walking that little bit, and we actually kind of found some fresh snow. There's some good turns over there, but still, they got a 2 for their runs. Now park, you know, I love the park. We're gonna want to rip the park. This place didn't have a park, and they could dramatically change the experience there if they did have a park, especially a tow rope park in the Midwest, but they didn't have one, and so it's Zero, not Abacool. They don't have it. Bummer. Now, if you like this mission to ride every resort in the United States, there is 470 of them. It does cost a lot of money. It is hard to go everywhere, but also if you just want to rep the merch and let everyone know you're part of Team Buckhouse, we do have the Evolution sticker. You can throw it on the side of your helmet. We have a ski version for all the skiers out there, but any of our merch, you know, like the shirts, the hats, like so many options for merch, guys, is linked down below. If you snag it, supports the dream. It's how we fund all this traveling and stuff. So thank you so much to everyone that is snagging the merch, supporting this dream of riding everywhere. Now food, you're gonna get hungry, you're gonna wanna eat while you're ripping there, and they do have this like restaurant that's kind of meant for the entire, you know, like once again, it's like a country club type thing. And so it's like a bar restaurant that looked to get pretty good food. The menu looks incredible, things like that, but it's your only option for food. So if they didn't have something you wanted there that you liked, you know, it's meh, but it is a little higher than the typical resort food type thing. So when it came to food, I gave them a 6 on the food, just a little nicer, a little better than you would normally get at a Midwest ski resort, which is kind of nice. Now views and scenery, we showed up at basically sunset, so like sometimes that's the best time to get a Midwest view, makes you feel best about the Midwest view, and you can't really see much, you know what I'm saying? Like when you get to the top, you couldn't really see over the backside. When you're looking down, you were just kind of looking over it. And so when it came to views and scenery, I gave them a 1. Like literally nothing about the views or the scenery like stood out to me, so. Now employees, we don't cover snow conditions because once again we're riding in the Midwest, we're riding on the East Coast, we're riding on the West Coast. Like it's unfair to rate snow because snow is different across the United States. But what is not different is employees. Every resort has employees. I had a Keystone employee absolutely ruin my day, as well as I've had employees absolutely make my day. So I think it's fair that we go over employees because once again that person could like help you unload your bags from the car and like do all this stuff, or give you the best rental ever and like make your day on the mountain. Or someone could give you a bad rental, not care, do all this stuff, and then you have a bad day in the mountain. So that matters. How is the team? How do people function at this resort? Is it awesome? And there was nothing special or nothing bad about everyone at Christmas Mountain. I gave them a 5 for employees. No one wowed us. No one like didn't. Everyone was nice and friendly. Like overall, they were awesome. So 5, average. Now the last category, the would I go back factor, because if I wouldn't go back, why would I recommend it to you guys? And with Christmas Mountain, I wouldn't really go back. I gave it a 1 on the would I go back, and that's mainly because who this resort is for. And before I tell you who this resort is for, I do want to mention, this is called Christmas Mountain, and none of the mountain was Christmassy. I feel like everything should have been like done up like Christmas. It's just added to the theme. Name the runs after reindeers and Santa Claus and elves, you know what I'm saying? Put a park in and make the rails like candy canes and like have a jump that looks like a sleigh. Like you could do so much stuff and really lean into the Christmas Mountain aspect of it. With night riding, you could always have Christmas lights everywhere. You could go so hard on the Christmas theme. You didn't even have a Christmas merch. Like, come on! So that kind of let me down.
I wish every run was like Santa's shoot.
And if it let you down too, don't worry, we have a whole playlist of resort reviews. You can check it out right there. Now, the score from 0 to 100. Christmas Mountain got a smash like, a 32, which isn't that bad for what the resort's for. And the resort is truly for beginners. If you're a beginner skier, beginner snowboarder, you're trying to get your first turns, trying to get a little confident on the mountain before you make a trip to the West Coast or somewhere else in Wisconsin that is in like the high 50s range, which Wisconsin has gotten those. This resort is for you. It's Christmas Mountain, it's for beginners. Christmas Mountain is for beginners. So with that, Team Buckhouse, thank you so much for riding with us today. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep evolving. We'll see you tomorrow with another video because it is daily on this Snowboard Camp.